All right, I don't know. I think we're actually live. See if anybody pops in. Oh, looks like somebody just joined. I'm really just wanting to get practice at this, guys. I'm not going to be able to stream this much in the future, obviously, but when I learn something new, I constantly want to keep practicing it so that I can continue like refining my skills at it. Hey, Acidfly. I think we've got the chat now. So I was just gonna actually come on here and sniff some CandleScience Blending Elements. Okay. So I'm gonna just see if anybody pops in, but I don't really care. I'm more just trying to refine my streaming skills. And I know some of you guys, oh, there's a delay. Yeah, the chat will have a delay is my understanding. So that's kind of how it is on Instagram as well, I want to say. YouTube as well as Instagram. So guys, welcome everyone who's just joining. Yes, I am live again. I mean, it's going to be a short one, probably like 30 minutes, but I'm wanting to practice my skills streaming. And I've also got all the CandleScience blending elements here. I did like one video on these, and a lot of you guys were asking me like if I had other opinions on them. By the way, is the audio still good? I'm gonna have to enlarge the chat a little bit, guys, so I can read these comments. Oh, you just got them, nice. Well, if you're new, these are just my honest, like, whatever I want to say or do. Like, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with any of these places, so we just have fun. This is just literally like hangout fragrance style. Okay, good. And I put the music on too, so if you guys are like, if the volume, I know some people DM'd me after my last live and they messaged me and said, oh my god, the volume is way too loud, like your music was horrible. So if my music is really loud or like not pleasant, just tell me and I'll change it. Like, I can turn it down. I just don't have like a very good ability to monitor the audio because these headphones only monitor like my spoken audio. I'm not like a geek with audio to really know how to do it, if that makes sense. Hey, Jessica. Hey, T-Rags. All right, guys. So I don't know if any of you have these, but like my understanding, the whole idea behind these elements is, so they were trying to create fragrances, I think, that were just a single note, which I still feel is virtually impossible to do, because even to create something that is called like a pine element, for example, well, I guess not in the case of a pine element, but if you were to take like, let's find one that's not available in nature. Okay, so like for example, this says pineapple element. If you were to take something like this, in order for you to make it a single note would not be possible, because pineapple as an aesthetic is an accord. So like in perfumery, when we talk about accords, those are combinations of notes that are brought together in order to create something that sometimes isn't available in nature, sometimes it is. But oftentimes an accord is multiple things that are brought together. And so in order to get something like pineapple, anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the whole idea of them just being single notes sort of is strange to me, but I do also understand and respect kind of where they are going with this, because I do think that it is a nice idea for a lot of people who are trying to blend oils together, like a lot of us do, in order to be able to get things that are more close to just a single fragrance note, if that makes sense. All right, so if you guys want me to try anything like together, I will do that, but I'm gonna actually just smell, because I haven't even smelled all these elements yet. I'm just gonna smell some of them. I did like half of them in a video, but I just thought, why not smell them live on Instagram? So like, for example, and also just like always, I don't know if I'm gonna repost this stream. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But so This one is the aquatic element. I don't know if I smelled this or not. I think I did smell this in the video. But like, again, when you're calling something an aquatic element, I do understand where they're coming from. However, from a perfumery concept, it's not a single note. An aquatic element is inevitably a combination of notes in order to produce that type of an accord, something that when we smell it, we associate with being aquatic. But if I had to tell you what this smells like to me, it's more just like laundry. It smells like, it is very aquatic, but it has like an ocean. Really, like if Gain were to have a higher end version, I feel like this would be a step up. It's really nice, but I don't know that I would call it like a single note at all. It definitely smells like you're getting like some sea salt, some ambers, some cotton notes. So to me, like, you could blend this, but I wouldn't call it a single note. Does that make sense? I am blending 3 to 6 oils typically. Hold on, let me try to fix this chat so I can see you guys a little bit better. Do you like the chat on the screen? I did this more or less because when I watch live streams on YouTube, if I don't make it to the stream, I really appreciate it when the creator like makes it a chat, so that way I can watch back the comments if I'm rewatching the stream. But again, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I'm just letting you guys know, like, you may or may not see these come back. I need a good patchouli and lemongrass. I have 2 customers, future customers that asked for that fragrance. Is this music too loud, guys? Oh, it seems very loud. I'm gonna just turn it down a notch a little bit. It seems very loud to me. Is that better? I don't want it like crazy. I like the chat on the screen. It helps us see what you have seen. Yeah, well, like, I'm still not probably going to get to all the messages necessarily, but if I don't ever respond and you comment, just keep re-commenting, because I'm never trying to ignore people. I just sometimes like miss a comment, or sometimes if there's a lot of comments. Right now there's not, but I know when we had like 65 people in here the other night, I wasn't able to get to all the comments. Oh guys, this is a fun one. So this is the chocolate element. This one, you guys, if you watch my videos on YouTube, will know I always talk really bad about chocolate fragrances. I often say these smell like, I'm not gonna say it. If you know, you know. But I'm pretty sure this one doesn't smell like that, if I remember correctly. Hey, Paula. Yeah, this is a pretty darn good chocolate fragrance. But again, like, I don't get why it's a blending element. I mean, I wouldn't call this a single note fragrance, but it is like, it's a true to life chocolate, which is awesome because that is very hard to find. And it's pretty much just a straight chocolate fragrance. Do you guys have any in particular that you want me to smell? This is, oh, the praline element. I definitely never smelled this one before. I'm pretty sure praline is like a, it's like a caramel, like a nutty type of a caramel. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, I never smelled this one. Oh, this reminds me of like, wow. This would be really good just by itself. It really reminds me of like, if you like Warm Vanilla Sugar by Bath & Body Works. Wait, hold on guys. The comments are not seeing. There we go. I think I got the whole thing now. If you liked Warm Vanilla Sugar, this really reminds me of that. But it's really nice. Like, it has some caramel to it and some nuttiness to it as well. Jessica, how would their chocolate and amber be together? No, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, you could. Oh, you're asking me like if I mixed them, how would it be? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I would do that though. The aquatic element, no, I would not mix. If you're talking about the aquatic element in the chocolate, I would not. But if you had something that was more just like a straight ambery type of a fragrance, like that doesn't have as much aquatic note to it, then I would say I would absolutely consider it, but not this aquatic element. Do they have an amber blending element? Is that what you're talking about? Ooh, I forgot about jasmine cinnamon element. I don't want to smell that. The citruses. I liked the pink grapefruit, but I wasn't impressed by the lemon or the bergamot. I'm pretty sure I smelled one of those and not the other ones yet. I don't think I've smelled the lemon. Here it is here. Oh. It smells like a lemon head candy. I don't know about that. Guys, it's not bad, but it doesn't smell like a... It's too sweet for me, personally. Just the chocolate and amber. Oh, they do have an amber element. Oh, yeah. Okay, I just found it. I don't know if I smelled this or not. I get so many fragrances now, guys, I can't remember. Ooh. That's light, though, out of the bottle, the amber element. It does have a really strong marine note to it, and it has a lot of powder. You know, if I were to say which amber is my favorite from CandleScience, it would be their, I think they have one called Amber Noir, if I had to remember the name, but they made it like a clean scent. And the clean scent is not as good. Like, it doesn't have the same character as the original. I had it before it was a clean scent too. So, yeah. Is the music a good volume like this, guys, or is it too quiet now? I'm gonna turn it up a little. How's that? Okay. I'm just gonna stick to blending elements in this stream, guys. So if you have other questions, I will do like future streams and stuff. And if you're a patron, you can also just message me or comment on like a video, and I'll try my best to get to it. But the easiest way is to private message me on if you're a patron, or comment on a video, because I'm only going to be doing like 30 minutes, so I want to try to get to some different ones of these that I haven't smelled. Okay, I just want to also smell the, what is it called? Oh, green leaves element. I never smelled this either. Oh. And sandalwood element. I want to smell that too. I've never smelled like half of these. Oh, that's really good. That smells like a Australian sandalwood essential oil. It does also smell like their sandalwood fragrance oil too. The music is okay. Is it okay for all of you? Let me know if it's too loud, because I had people messaging me last night saying my music was horrible and it was really loud. So I don't want to do that to you guys. Oh, this is the cucumber element here. Oh, that really does smell like cucumber. That's a true to life cucumber. They used to have a fragrance called, what is it? Cucumber. It was a straight cucumber fragrance oil that CandleScience used to carry. How do you incorporate the smoke element if you have it? I have all of them. I don't remember what the smoke element was like. A lot of these I was impressed by. Oh, also the pink grapefruit. I think I liked this one. That's really good. The pink grapefruit is really good. It's not artificial. And the thing is, okay guys, so, and I'm gonna do a video about this soon, but why I highly recommend certain companies in particular, like I have with CandleScience and with now with Black Tie Barn, their fragrances are very rigorously tested. So for example, if you were to get a citrus fragrance, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a lot of companies that sell candle fragrances, even some that are very well known. And again, I'm not going to say any names. But when you go ahead and burn that fragrance, it's going to smell great out of the bottle a lot of the time. but you put that in a candle and all of a sudden your citrus fragrance doesn't smell like citrus anymore, but it smells like fuel or gasoline or something. Have you ever encountered this before? It can smell burned, but not at all like the out of the bottle citrus character. And that is a phenomenon that occurs with citruses and not a lot of other types of oil. And one reason that I recommend CandleScience so much, and again now Black Tie Barn, is their fragrance oils are very rigorously tested, and I've never encountered that with a CandleScience citrus. So they smell like the out of the bottle character pretty much. They don't have that kind of off-putting, very distinctive different aroma to them, if that makes sense. I am using the cucumber element with, oh, that sounds really good, with dry gin and cypress, Joe. I cannot even hear it. You guys can't hear it? Everyone's saying it's great. Most people are saying it's good. How do you, okay, I need to look at the smoke element really quick here. My gripe with nearly all CandleScience citruses is they smell really fake. Okay, smells, but not authentic smelling. Yeah, like, I can understand that for sure. I think that is true of a lot of companies. I will say, like, for example, my favorite, one of my most popular candles in the summer, and my single most popular citrus does use 2 CandleScience oils, and it is CandleScience, see if I can remember offhand, Blood Orange mixed with Orange Blossom. The exact blend is in my Patreon, but I blend those 2 oils and I call it my Florida Sunshine Candle, and customers just go crazy over it because you get the orange character, but then it also has like this kind of blossomy character to it. And yeah, so, but I do understand what you're saying, like a lot of citruses do just smell kind of fake in general. Hey Patty, good evening. Okay, let's find the smoke element here, guys. Yeah, blood orange I think is pretty good. Oh, let me just smell bergamot really quick because someone was talking about that one too. Oh, it has a lot of powder to it though, to my nose. Yeah, this is okay. I wouldn't call it good. Not out of the bottle anyways. Now, if you've smelled bergamot essential oil or like a nice petitgreen, like a bitter citrus, the powder is very prevalent in this, to my nose. But, I mean, the bergamot character is there. I just wish it were more intensified and the powder was toned down. Okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit if you all are not hearing it. Well, some people are saying that they are and some people aren't. Okay, how's that? Bergamot does not smell powdery to my nose. Neither does the amber. Yeah, I mean, everybody's is different. I'm gonna look for the... If there's any you'd like me to smell, just let me know. Or any that you'd like me to smell together. I'm happy to do that. Oh, guys, the strawberry element. I think I liked this one a lot. And strawberry is a very hard note to get well in a fragrance. I don't think this one was like... This is still sweeter. It smells like a strawberries and sugar, but it does smell to me like a strawberry and not like a Hubba Bubba piece of bubble gum, which I know that sounds really incredibly basic, but a lot of strawberry fragrance oils to my nose do often strike me as like literally like a piece of bubble gum rather than an actual strawberry. Okay, let's find the smoke element here. Okay, here it is. So you should know, am very, very, very particular with smoke fragrances though. I don't like a lot of them. They smell like smoke in your hair to me after you've been at a fire rather than like smoke, you know? I'm pretty sure I don't like this one, but I can't remember. Yeah. It smells like a barbecue pit, like you're grilling to me. I don't know. I think my favorite smoky fragrance is more of like a charcoal. It's by Flaming Candle. It's called, I think, Fireside Type, not Bonfire. Bonfire to me smells like you're cooking a pig on the grill. Like a whole pig, you know, and rotating it. Yeah. Is this sound okay, guys? I can't tell. Smoke and oud is better. Is that... Oh, yeah, the oud fragrance, smoked oud by CandleScience. I would agree with that. Yes, I tried mixing it and it overtook the whole candle. Yeah. Okay, so incensey. Yeah, like, have you tried Dragon's Blood if you're into CandleScience? Because that's a pretty good one. Like incense, if you want like a smoky incense scent, Stone Candles Ambra would be my top choice, but it's very expensive. You can get like a Candlemaker discount with them, but that would be my top choice. Pink grapefruit is really good with cardamom. My favorite smoky oil is Flaming... Oh, I haven't smelled that one. Smoked vanilla. Oh, guys, I think I fixed my chat or my video too. Is it not buffering for you all now? Like, is it smooth? Because it was constantly buffering to the other nights that I was live. It's a great blender. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that one. Okay, I want to smell... Let's do the cardamom element. I want to smell as many of these as I haven't done before. What? This has to be mislabeled. This totally has to be mislabeled. There's absolutely no way this is cardamom. It smells like eucalyptus globulus, like the essential oil. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way, I'm sorry. Okay. The cedar element. Oh, I like that one. That's good. That's a nice... If you're familiar with the essential oil, it does kind of smell like that, but it smells more... It's really good. It smells like a cabin. Like you're up north. Like a cedar closet. There's a smoke note to this too. Like this has a good smoke note to it. Have any of you smelled this? Yeah, it's a dark environment, and I'm using just a webcam on my computer, so I'm not gonna like improve the video in terms of like the pixels and everything. I'm not gonna be able to do that, and it might even get worse. It just depends. But I'm just using like the webcam on my computer. This is just so that way when I go to Texas, I can like hang out with you guys and stuff in real time. Like I'm gonna try to do this depending on how I'm feeling. Not like bring fragrances, but just like candle stuff, chat, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm just using my computer webcam. So I'm not going to be able to bring like tons of camera equipment down there. And I don't even know. I'm pretty sure there is a way you can hook up like an external webcam or something to this that is a better quality than what I'm using just through my laptop. But I apologize for that. That I won't be able to change though, at least not for like probably a few months. Okay. Use a blotter strip. Yeah, I mean, I can try. I usually need to get like paper towels and stuff to do that because it kind of makes a mess. I mean, my bottle just may be mislabeled too, because I can tell you really fast what eucalyptus smells like, and there's nothing cardamom in that. Their black cardamom and cream is really a nice oil, I think. It is a lighter hot throw, but no way. I'm sorry. Mine's literally smells like eucalyptus, the globulus essential oil. That variety. There's not an ounce of cardamom in that. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Awesome. I'm just glad there's no buffering. Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to improve my quality. I'm sure it's mislabeled, Mrs. C. Chow, because, like, in CandleScience, I've never had an oil that I would say is mislabeled. This is first for me. They do a really good job, I think, in general, but, I mean, there's just no way. Let's take a look at the jasmine element. Jasmine is a note that it's kind of a sweeter floral, but it's a floral that's often utilized in higher end perfumes because it has kind of a more subtle floral character. It is sweeter, but it's more subtle, and it has a dead sexy muskiness to it. Oh, that's good. This almost does seem like it has a little bit of like ylang ylang. Yeah, it's got kind of a nectary note to it, but I like it. It's a very true high-end smelling floral. I used cardamom element with fresh coffee and ended up dosing it with 2 times. Ooh, that sounds like it would be really good. Like to intensify the cardamom and the black cardamom and cream. Yeah. Hey Shannon, welcome. No worries. I decided last minute I was gonna go live because I thought to myself, like, because I spent about an hour or two today improving, like, I wanted to be able to get the chat on the screen, I wanted to stop the buffering, and there was one other thing. Oh, get the audio in both ears. And so once I corrected all those things, I wanted to kind of try just doing another stream for 30 minutes or so, just because I wanted to make sure everything that I attempted to correct was corrected and that I could get the proper series, because as I was talking about earlier, it's kind of a little bit of a learning curve when you first start doing these streams on YouTube, much more so than Instagram. As someone who's done streams on Instagram for years, YouTube requires 2 different platforms. So you're kind of integrating an external platform called OBS. I was going to say UDS. No, this is not a urine drug screening, Alan. For those of you who don't know, I have worked in the emergency department before, so a UDS is a urine drug screen. But it's OBS, and it's a platform where you essentially, it gives you the ability to customize things like audio and whatnot a bit more, so you can get better quality. Anyways, but it takes a bit more of a learning curve to kind of do and figure out. This is the ozonic element. Oh, I like that. It smells like a very crisp laundry, but it's a higher end smell to me. This is a really nice, if you want like a clean cotton or something, but that smells more. Do you guys remember their cotton and iris scent? It reminds me a little bit of that. I wouldn't say it has iris in it. This is really nice. I don't think I'd blend it. What would you recommend blending with ozonic? I mean, you could blend a lot of things with it if you wanted to. Like, for example, if you were to blend, I wonder what their amber element would smell like. This is also one of the ways I will start off. I'll usually do it with blotter strips, but you can even just start with taking both caps and smell them together. See, that's really nice. That's the amber element with the ozonic element. And so then if that smells good, then you can, you know, take 2 blotter strips and smell it like that. And then if you want one that's maybe like half of it, then you can dip it like twice as far into the blotter strip and the other one like halfway into the blotter strip, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of ways you can kind of do it before you actually pour a candle. And then obviously once you kind of narrowed it down, then you pour that candle. And I usually will start them at like a 50-50, but sometimes I won't. Sometimes, like since I've been blending for a really long time, I will sometimes get more customized with it. But oftentimes the way that I know to do that is by taking a blotter strip with where I'll actually measure on the blotter strip like the length of each fragrance. And so if one is like, you know, 3 times the length of the other, then, you know, I'll do a 25-75. Compare it to spun cotton from CandleScience. I don't have spun cotton, actually. That's one of the few that I don't have. Yes, Jay Lewis, I'm so glad you're here. This was very impromptu. I used to do this all the time on Instagram. On Instagram, though, it was for live sales. So I would do actually there where I wouldn't even tell people I was going to come on. And then I just would go on. And it was really fun. I love the spontaneity of it. But in all fairness, I am going to be doing, like I'll tell you guys, I'm thinking it'll be Friday night and I'm going to do a poll and everything. So this doesn't count as one of your videos, and I probably won't even post it. I may post it afterwards, but this is just playing around. Practicing the improvements that I tried to make to my stream today. This is Muguet Element. If any of you have smelled this. This is also another higher end note that often is utilized in perfumery. That's really complex. It almost smells like a floral combined with like a nectary note. It's like a clean floral, almost like a clean white rose combined with like a ylang ylang or a nectar. That's really interesting. And see, another thing that I'll do too, I've got a whole little container of these strips, but I'll just, and you can get these on Amazon. You can get them on CandleScience. Makesy has them. It doesn't matter where you get them. I do think I like the... Yeah. I like aspects of the CandleScience ones because they have these lines where you can kind of see without having to make lines. Spun cotton is more linen-y and less snuggly. Other cottons smelled more like laundry detergent or fabric softener. Ah, Lily of the Valley. See, exactly, a white floral. That's exactly what I described. But I said white rose. It almost has like a rose. Oh my God, I just whacked myself on the face, guys. This isn't even a video. It almost has like a rose lily character to it. I really like this. Ah, that's nice. I don't have their Lily of the Valley up here, but and I'm not a floral person either. What else should we do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely could. Yeah, everybody's saying that they love Porter Candle's Palo Santo. I haven't smelled it yet. A lot of people have said that. I get way more. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Joe. I feel you. Is it? I agree. If it is like what I remember, I agree that it is better than the Lily of the Valley. I liked the Lily of the Valley. I think I reviewed that one pretty highly. But yeah, that blending element is good. How much is that for a 16 ounce? Does anybody know? For the Muguet 16 ounce bottle? I'm curious. That's really good. It's nice too. They put what you can use in soaps. So like they don't put the behavior in cold processed soap, but you could use up to 6%. This would be a nice fragrance for a soap. You always want to check though, like the behavior, especially for florals, because they often are bad misbehaviors in soap. Oh, the pine element. I think I said this smelled like Fraser fir. Yeah, definitely. It's good though, but it smells like Fraser fir. Like, is it a standalone floral, would you say, or would be better as a mixer? It's hard to tell from like out of the bottle, but you mean the Muguet, J. Lewis? I mean, I'd use that all by itself. Can someone tell me the price on that for a 16 ounce bottle? I think it'll slow down my stream. That's one of the things I figured out. If I look stuff up online while I'm streaming, it'll, oh, let me try it. We'll see if it does, but I think it might cause it to buffer. I'm gonna try to look it up. CandleScience. Muguet element. Only $25 for a 16 ounce bottle of that? Only 2 reviews. What? Dude. People don't know what's good. I mean, I haven't tried it in a candle though, in all fairness. That's, man. I'm gonna see what the behavior is in cold process. I like how they put that on there where you can see. Or maybe they don't for this one. They put the notes: top, Muguet; middle, Muguet; base, Muguet. Oh man, there's no soap notes? Huh. I don't see any. Yeah, I'm live again. Okay. Well, guys, yeah, that's too bad. Oh, they put recommendations too, like for blending. Oh, I didn't smell the green leaves. The praline is very impressive. Man, I really like that one. That's so nice. That smells, but it does smell sweeter, but I like it. Like if you like, oh, my chat's missing again. When I click off the screen, I have to like go back to it all. If you like, very vanilla, velvet vanilla, or like the caramel vanilla type scents, this praline element is really good. But it's like, if you don't like warm vanilla sugar or those types of like Bath and Body Works scents, then I would stay away from it. I'm not sure that J. Lewis, to be honest with you, and I've talked about this, so I do get sent now, God, it's usually around 100 or more oils a month. For me to really evaluate these, if you've watched any of my latest like testing videos I've posted some of the black tie barn oils, I sometimes will make more than 7 individual candles. So it's just not practical. I would be like keeping track of, 500 plus candles a month in addition to all the other ones that I make. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. But I do try to, like, stuff that I really like, I often do try to test out. So you're always welcome to ask me if I have tried it, and if I have, I will let you know. All right, this is the baking spices element here. Just whacked myself with that. It has a very prominent star anise note. I like that it's not dominated by cinnamon. Yeah, it's kind of like a... It smells like star anise predominantly. Yeah, that's a very good idea. I oftentimes like to test stuff in candles because that's mainly what I sell. I do sell melts too, but not nearly as many as candles. And sometimes when fragrances are combusting, when they're burning in a candle, they can come off differently than they do in a melt, because a melt is not a chemical reaction. It's simply a physical reaction where you take a light bulb underneath it, usually a 20 to 25 watt light bulb, and that light simply heats the wax, and the fragrance becomes airborne. When it reaches a sufficient temperature, it basically just transfers physical state from being in the wax to being in the air. Whereas a candle actually, the fragrance that you're getting is partly coming out of the flame as well as the melted wax pool itself. So you're kind of getting a combination of physical and chemical reactions concurrently. So the chemical reaction coming out of the flame can change the overall character of the scent. So a lot of times, something that works in a wax melt may not work well in a candle. Sometimes it can. Sometimes it can be slightly different character, but still a good scent overall. At least that's what I've found experimentally. Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the streams. I won't stream this much in the future. I'm just because I'm just starting it, I'm wanting to make sure that I don't forget how to do it, because it's not nearly as simple as just click one button. There's a lot of different settings, and to get the chat up on the screen, it's not hard, but I have to there's a systematic kind of ordering to how you do it, kind of like making a candle. It's not hard, but you have to practice it to stay current at it. And that's what I'm finding with this. Yeah, it has. I can definitely get the allspice in it and the nutmeg. Oh, is it chocolate with praline? I have to smell that. Oh, I didn't smell the green leaves either. Okay, so let's try chocolate with praline. I mean, I don't know if I'd blend those out of the bottle together. Maybe if I did, I'd use a very low amount of the chocolate because it kind of dominates, but I could see it working. They don't clash with each other at all. The praline just kind of intensifies the rich, buttery character of the chocolate, is what I get. I'm gonna try the moss element. Oh, it is a true-to-life moss. It has a strong petrichor character to it. And it also has a green grass. See, I just don't get one note out of this, but it's a nice fragrance. If you've smelled oak moss by the flaming candle, it smells reminds me of that. I had to revisit the green leaves. Oh, galbanum. Yeah, that's a very popular perfumery note. A lot of people don't know what it smells like, but it's a really nice. It's used in so many perfumes. No, I mean, this smells like green grass, the green leaves, to me. They mix a little bit of cactus flower and jade with a green grass. I mean, it's not bad. I just don't necessarily get a leaf element from that. What are your guys' favorites if you've smelled these blending elements? I'd have to say one of mine is the pink grapefruit. coconut element. Yeah, that's a nice, it's a sweeter coconut. If you want like a more dry down coconut, I would recommend their Santal and coconut fragrance. That's one that I really like. I also like their bamboo and coconut fragrance. I blend those two together actually, and that's my Cancun candle. Yeah, this is nice. It reminds me of like a bronzy, like a, if you were to take mango and coconut and take out the mango. I tried the pineapple and coconut elements together and it was just meh. Yeah, I don't remember if I liked the pineapple. Exactly, Luna. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. The strawberry element is surprisingly good to me because a lot of times with strawberry fragrances, I can't tell you the number of strawberry fragrances I have smelled before, even CandleScience strawberry guava. But the strawberry element, it smells like strawberries and sugar, but it doesn't smell like strawberry bubble gum or like some childish fragrance. It just smells like you said, a sweet, jammy but true strawberry note. And I'm very impressed by that. Strawberry is not a fragrance that is available in nature. So it's something that has to be synthesized in a lab. And so in order to get that, they combine different chemicals together, some natural, some bioidentical, to create this accord that we think of as a strawberry when we smell it. Chocolate, bergamot, amber, strawberry, cardamom, and praline. Okay, well, I like half of those. I didn't know about favorites, but I'm using, yeah, pink grapefruit. Cucumber is a very true cucumber, and the pine is nice. Do you have Fraser fir, Joe? The pine does really remind me of Fraser fir, though. I will say that. I don't have I used up all my Fraser fir right now, but it really does remind me of that. That's the only thing. Okay. Is that volume okay for music? I received pink grapefruit and pineapple today. The pink grapefruit is great. I'm not a fan of the pineapple element. We have a lot of the same taste, you guys. Like, because I think I was the same where I didn't like the pineapple and I know I like the pink grapefruit element. Okay, good. The cedar element. Has anybody smelled this? I am tempted to make a candle with this just by itself. This is a really nice cedar. It smells like cedar blended with sandalwood it smells like a lodge, but just like the wood in a lodge. It does have some powder in it though, but I don't think it's too much. I wish it were, instead of powder though, I wish it had like a little tobacco or something instead of powder. See if I find the pineapple. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the lemon. Oh, thanks, Luna. Yeah, it's one of my greatest fascinations. And it's kind of a niche thing too, because like in chemistry classes, they don't teach you perfumery. That's something that, I mean, you learn a lot about the aromatics, right? Because it's a, hey, I'm live. Okay. I mean, you can come in if you want. I just wanted to let you know in case you were like, I don't know if you were dressed or not. Okay, so I told you guys anything's possible. The pineapple is a very sweet, I don't know, I consider it like it's like a true to life pineapple, but it's very sweet. I have a couple family members over here. You guys, you'll find that a lot with me, that I have family and friends over at the house a lot. And the thing is, and I used to make people mad when I'd go live on Instagram and they didn't know I was live. Yeah, I like being spontaneous. The pineapple, though, is very... It's a very sweet pineapple. It reminds me of their pineapple and sage, but without the sage. It's like the same pineapple if you've smelled that fragrance, but that fragrance is very dominated by like the sage too, I would say. I thought there were some other ones I was gonna do. To me, the cedar reminds me of smoke. My dad used to smoke salmon in different wood chips from cedarwood trees and others. I can't remember, but it reminds me of smoke. Or my granddad's Turkish tobacco. Interesting. I don't get that from... I mean, it has, I think, a nice smoky note to it, but not like a smoke in your hair, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, is there anything else you guys want me to smell? Like, or blend together? I think I covered everything. Did I do the basil? Oh. Why are you so powdery? Just splashed it on my shirt. No, I'm sorry. It smells like black licorice with powder, but not a true black licorice. It's like you combined a little bit of basil with some powder. Yes, cilantro. Thank you. That's the word. Take cilantro and add a little powder to it, and you'll get this basil element. Forgive me. All right. Sandalwood element. I think I already smelled that. Yeah, so you guys want my top 5? I mean, the strawberry's got to be one of them. Yeah, it smells like strawberry jam. Does have a sweet sugary note to it, but it's a true strawberry. So that's one of my top 5. I'm gonna just end this video like that. I'll give you guys my top 5 out of the bottle, okay? And then I will post when I'm going to be live again. Not tonight, but I'll do a poll. Where'd my music go? Is my music? Okay. So strawberry is one of them. The Muguet has to be one of them too. It's a beautiful white floral. I mean, I would try that all by itself. It's really high-end smelling from someone who smelled a lot of high-end fragrances. I can't believe they're selling this for like $26 for a 16 ounce. Obviously, like, we need to see how it actually performs, but man. Oops. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the streams. Oh, the praline has to be one of them. That's so good. Oh man, I really like that. I wish I could have that in a lotion. Very tempted. I'm gonna have to look at the category 5. I think, if I remember correctly, that's the one. Okay, And then another one is going to be this pink grapefruit element. This is a true to life pink grapefruit to my nose. It's very good. It's got a sharp, like bitter citrusy note to it. I mean, I used to eat grapefruits as a kid. This really reminds me of, we used to have like these spoons that we would eat them with. If any of you guys remember or have had those before, they're like a little like triangular spoon that has little serrated teeth on it, and you kind of carve out the grapefruit with them, and then you eat the little pieces. This smells just like that. I really like it. Oops, there goes the cap. I'll forget that after the video. Okay. And then my last one, I think it's the ozonic element. I really liked this one, I think. Yeah, that's a very high-end smelling ozone. I even get some tree notes in this. That's where I'm like, okay, some of these are not like straight blending notes at all. But it's subjective, right? I've just done too much with perfumery. Like, I have all the individual components. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, every single individual. Some of them are natural, some of them are lab derived, like iso E super, galbanum, hedione, amber oxide, musk, ketone. I mean, these are what are single notes. So it does kind of throw me off how they're branding these, but I do think that to a general market that it's a really cool idea, because most people don't have a perfumery background, and I don't really either. I just have played around with it a lot and spent a lot of time in my own research of perfumery the last couple of years. I've never worked professionally in perfumery, but I've always had an intense fascination with it. All right, so those are my top 5. Once again, in no particular order: strawberry element, Muguet element. I get them from Perfumer's Apprentice, J. Lewis. There's a number of places you can get them. Praline element. But the thing is you can't just use those in candles, though. A candle fragrance, in order for it to burn properly, it has to be formulated for use in a candle. So candle fragrances not only contain a lot of these notes, but they also contain what are called solvents. And solvents are necessary in order for the mixture to basically be able to work in a candle, but they have to be utilized at the right percentage for each particular fragrance, which varies because each fragrance is a different combination of aromatics. And then dilutants. Now, dilutants are not just what a lot of people think. Yes, they often can be used to cut fragrances. I wouldn't say that that would be a use that credible suppliers would be using dilutants for. You would not be considered a credible supplier if you're cutting fragrances. But take, for example, like vetiver essential oil. It's extremely viscous. It's almost like a honey. You can't pour vetiver very easily. It actually, it is like the consistency of a honey. And if you had purchased it as an essential oil, oftentimes it would have like a little thing inside the bottle where you'd have to take the thing out, and it would be like a little stick that it's attached to, and the vetiver would kind of drip off of it, almost like a thick syrup. And so if you were to utilize, for example, vetiver in a candle, and there's a lot of other essential oils and lab-produced fragrances, lab-produced notes that would be like that too, you have to utilize what are called dilutants. And dilutants, as I said, their purpose is when they're being used properly for their intended use, well, for their ethical use, let's just say, They're used to thin these mixtures so that they are able to work properly in the intended final product. So in our case, like a candle. So if you were to just purchase raw aromatics, you would be looking at something more like making a perfume rather than a candle fragrance oil. However, there is, if you were to think of it as like, I was going to say like a Venn diagram, not necessarily a Venn diagram though. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of overlap. So a lot of the times notes that are found in perfumery can be found in candle fragrances, particularly higher quality candle fragrances, higher end leaning candle fragrances. But they have to be formulated for the proper intended final use, if that makes sense. I don't know if any of that made any sense at all. But you can purchase from Perfumer's Apprentice, and they do have raw perfumery supplies, and that is where I purchased mine. But again, just the caveat that you don't want to just start blending these up and using them in candles, because you could actually have a dangerous product because it has to be formulated properly for that particular use. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. But yeah, those were my top 5. I think I said them all. Praline element, Muguet element, pink grapefruit element, ozonic element, and strawberry element. Yeah, thanks to all of you who joined, and a huge thank you to those of you that joined earlier today and helped me when I was trying to test out my audio and the quality of this video. And a huge thank you to the people that complained last night about how the quality wasn't the best for the audio in particular, so that I was able to make changes to improve it. Anyways, so much love to all of you, and I will be doing a poll for my next live stream. I will also have a video tomorrow making wax melts, if any of you guys are interested in that. So that'll be kind of fun. And then Friday, I hope to do a stream again, and that's where I'll have the poll to kind of see what time works best for people. Anyways,